Hello everybody, this is me Gibbon, and in this video I'm wanna um, talk about something very important in my opinion, and this is Lajin's purpose. Because more and more people ask me a questions like, can I practice it because I'm not that flexible? And it is not to be flexible. The flexibility actually is gaining when you are young. For example, if you worked on your flexibility, if you were young, going to gymnastics, yoga, and karate, martial arts, you will be a bit more flexible than other people when you're adult person. And the opposite, if you are playing chess and you are playing video games a lot, you will be less flexible than the other people, especially those who were doing some kind of sports. So this is flexibility, nothing different than this. Lajin, we are not practicing to become um, more flexible. Hello, Justin. Good to see you. Uh, we are not practicing Lajin to be able to get into this position because the position looks flexible. You see, we are actually softening our ligaments because believe me, in my experience as Paidalajin coach and yoga coach, I've seen even those who are practicing artistic gymnastics who are visiting my workshops and my classes, and they have this jinso. So they have this um, disease in the ligaments called jinso from traditional Chinese medicine. This means hardening and shortening of the ligaments. So this girl was super flexible because through all her life she was practicing artistic gymnastics. She was able to do insane moves, to get into insane positions, but just for a seconds. And what happened when she was first time in my Lajin workshop? She cried. She cried during the Waiwajin, and you can imagine someone entering the Waiwajin in a full split, and crying from pain in the first 2 minutes. So we the game is not this. So we do not have outer achievements. We don't want this. We want to soften our ligaments, and you see, it is improving the functionality of our body, but not the real uh, length of the muscles and the ligaments. So yeah, I was very surprised too. And this is not the only case. This is not the only case. We have a guy that is going to sports every single day, different sports. He is like sports addict. Swimming, karate, MMA, jiu-jitsu, soccer, and he was crying in the first couple of seconds in Lajin in reclining position. What does that mean? That means that he's training his body, he looks in shape, but in the same time, his ligaments are hard. And this guy, for sure, he was ashamed to admit it, but for sure, he has big trouble with urination problems and sexual problems and probably other type of problems like um, uh, like he cannot endure a lot in daily stuff like running, walking. I'm sure that he has not this kind of agility. um, Other case, professional dancer, ballet teacher, a woman, again crying for a first second of Waiwajin. What does that mean? Still blockages. And this girl, uh, she has, actually, she's bigger than me, but still girl or woman, I don't know. she has problems. You see, she has problems, and she admitted. She told me. So it is not how it looks; it is how it feels. Um, there is one kind of exception in the rules, because someone, we are 100% sure that some flexible person has disease, but in the same time, when he is so flexible, he or she is so flexible that when he is stretching on the bench, he really feels nothing, because flexibility, like it's he is like able to stay in split in comfort. But he has disease, so the better not to try Lajin but Paida. Of course, starting with four main areas. But of course, it is not, remember, it is not important how it works, how it looks, but it is important how it feels. And the more comfortable you feel during Lajin, the more softened will become your ligaments and your muscles. So you should understand the purpose of the whole thing. So we are not practicing it after we became flexible. It is not. It's not that case. I'm like hit in the head by this fact. Like I'm so surprised how someone can think like that. But probably it is because like he's not reading the book or something like this. But hey, it's not the thing that you should be first flexible and then start to stretch, or you should improve your stretching and then start to stretch to be able to enter more on the bench. Not the case. Even if you are able to last just a few seconds, let's say 15 seconds, and you are crying, this is the thing. So you hit the spot, don't worry about it, keep up the good work, and the results will come automatically. The results in the health uh, will, like, you start to see them very quick, especially, actually, especially for the people who are not flexible. They can see better improvement, and they can better feel their bodies like becoming more soft. And yeah, uh, this is like, again, softening the ligaments, and the muscles, not that much like the extension of the ligaments, because soft means better circulation of the blood, better circulation of the lymph, and better nerve supply to different parts of the body. And also for the people who believe in non-visible energy, it means better uh, flow of the energy through the body tissues and better energy supply. If your tissues are hard, it's very hard for the energy to reach that place. And if they are soft, if they are warm, it's totally the opposite. The energy flows freely to every part. And actually, yeah, that's it. So if you start to challenge yourself to lay more on the bench and to focus on the inner goal, focus to lay more on the bench, be patient, and like just stick, just stay in there, and the results will come automatically. Just focus on your ligaments. They will be very painful, and try to stay as much as you can. So you should do your best for the best results, and it's a blessing. So yeah, this is actually the case why we are practicing Lajin. Not the flexibility. It is not some requirement. Even the opposite. If you're not that flexible, you will see better and faster results, because you need to stretch only a few minutes to soften your ligaments. But some some flexible people, they need to stay like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, 50 minutes, even an hour per leg to enter this state of pain and active blood supply, shortening and softening the ligaments. So make sure that you are understanding the game right. I'm gonna say it again. It is, you feel the change inside. The change cannot be seen from the outside. Of course, your close ones will notice the results. Why? Because, for example, if you are a male and you are waking up a few times at night to go to urinate, this thing will disappear with your Lajin practice, because number one benefit from practicing Lajin is improving in urination or in urination problems, and in the same place, like it is improving of the sex life, libido, endurance, erection. Actually, same thing with women, but not the erection. So it depends on your gender. But yeah, only your close ones will notice the difference, and you, no one else. You will not start to look like a karate coach just because you stretch on the bench. Okay, so little bit more detail about what is Jinso. Jinso, if you have Jinso, this disease that Lajin cures. Jinso means shortening and hardening the ligaments, and the signs of, yeah, the menstrual cycle of women. Thank you, Justin. It is also in the first place. Then comes the second place like sleep, third place digestion, and musculoskeletal problems. But yeah, urinational problems, menstrual problems in women, and sexual problems in both men and women. These are number one things that have very good improvement from practicing Lajin. Uh, Also, blood pressure problems. But you see, in this channel, we talk more about the first place. Yeah, so the Jinso is that disease shortening and hardening the ligament on the ligaments, and the signs are that it's again, you can feel it. If you have something that is somewhere up and you stretch your arm to grab it, you feel uncomfortable, you are thinking, you don't want to lift your arm. You see, you have hard time doing this thing like 20 times. You can't do this thing 20 times. Just lift your arms and hold them for a second. So if you can't do this like 20 times without some discomfort, bad news, man. You have a Jinso. So I had this, and Lajin cured it. So right now I can do it a lot. But before, I was thinking like I don't want to lift my arms. So this is number one, the lifting of arms. Another thing, a lot of people have this. Very obviously, one shoulder to be uh, taller than the other, and other like shorter, like this or like this. Depends on the side. The other thing is having a hard time walking fast in big steps. You see, you start to breathe faster, and you start to feel the pressure in your body. It's not comfortable. So it's like at the fifth, seventh step, you feel very uncomfortable. This is not the healthy state of the human being. So you should walk in. You should be able to walk in big steps way more than just a few. Another thing, climbing a two steps and a once. So this should be very easy. Remember, you were a kid and you're climbing two steps at once. You felt like a superhero. Same should be in this age, like when you are grown, should be fun too, and not feeling some discomfort in the body. Another thing is like avoiding to squat very fast or bend very fast. You are like thinking, get into some super comfortable position and squatting or bending very slow, because if you do some fast move, you feel you are scared that you're gonna do something bad to your musculoskeletal system. For example, the lower back, upper back, the knees, the ankles, you name it. And actually, the other thing is to twist. So you are thinking, you are not doing it with the comfort. So you see how soft are how soft are these diagnostics from Lajin, from Jinso. So if you have any of these, you most probably have Jinso. And Lajin is the cure for this thing. But remember, if you feel some of these are not just normal discomforts of getting old. 25, 30, 40, 50 years old, it's a young person. This thing, you can live without them. Like this, these are not physiological things, which means these are not normal stuff. Usually you should be able to bend, to squat on your heels, to have normal shoulders, like in the same height, to be able to bend, to be able to grab something that is higher without thinking. This means you are healthy. And of course, of 40 years, 50 years old, 60, even 60 years old, it's a young person. You can live without this thing with ease, especially when you practice Lajin. So Lajin is the cure for this thing. But actually, according to traditional Chinese medicine, this disease of the ligaments are making much bigger problems in our body than just this discomfort. And most of the problems, we don't know why, but they are related with urinary system and with sexual functions, menstrual cycles in women, and of course other type of problems like sleep issues, digestive issues, other musculoskeletal issues, and you name it. Even they're much more than this. Blood pressure problems very often. And yeah, according to traditional Chinese medicine, Jinso is a cause for for a lot of this modern disease. And that's why we are practicing Lajin. We are not practicing Lajin to be flexible, or because the Lajin is just the next thing. No, it's not. Lajin is thousands of years old practice, and I respect it a lot. It is pure blessing, and since I have it in my life, it transformed my health in no time. And that's why I'm making so many videos on this topic, and really want to make this clear. We practice Lajin to be healthier, not to be flexible, not to be on this healthy trend that um, most of the people live. Like they're always on the trend. But Lajin, not the trend. Lajin is something when you see it first time, you think that this is something stupid, or this is the next thing, the next trend. But never judge the book by its cover. Lajin is ancient practice and goes very deep to your health, to your mind, to your soul, to your body. So we have a question in the chat. How old is Filipov? Not sure about that, but I think that he's the age of my father, 60, maybe 60. Filipov is, for those who don't know, Kamen Filipov is the biggest Paidalajin promoter in my country, Bulgaria, and probably at this moment, the biggest Paidalajin promoter in the whole world, or at least one of the biggest, because he's making the most workshops. As you know, Master Hong Chishao, who brought back to the modern world Paidalajin, is now in prison because of shady story, and now Filipov is kind of the man that does the most workshops. And Kamen Filipov started at very old age, after his 50s, but man, he has no health problems. He's a very good, always in good mood, very good friend of mine. He's working hard on spreading Paidalajin, and yeah, he is flexible. For my standards, he's not, but he's able to do all the stuff that are dream for every man on his age. It, truly inspiring, truly inspiring. Yeah, we have another man in the chat. Sorry, man, I cannot pronounce your name. I hope you don't mind. Um, but he said there is another man in India also. He's very committed. I think I know him, uh, because yeah, Karim. Yeah, I heard of him. I heard of Karim. He's making a lot of yeah. He's doing his job. He's doing his part. Uh, Oh man, you are Karim. You are the man who is emailing me, right? So yeah, uh, yes, I remember you very good. Uh, so okay, once more, Lajin is not the new trend. Lajin is ancient technique. It can look a little boring for first time, but it is actually going very deep and softens our ligaments as nothing else can do. I've practiced a lot of yoga. Believe me, I've been into so many things. Lajin is on the top, like top level softening and improving the body. Uh, Amazing prevention of all the disease in the ligaments, and with this, it it brings a lot of health in the urinary problems, in urinary system, sexual area, menstrual stuff in women, digestion, sleep, blood pressure. It is amazing. And never judge yourself by how flexible you are, but judge yourself by how hard you are practicing, and um, how much you are improving your practice, like how much you go further. What I mean is, like, if you lay on the bench and your first practice you are able to do it like for 1 minute, you are doing a very good job. If in 2 months you are able to lay like 10 or 15 minutes, and after a year or two you are laying 15 minutes, 20 minutes without feeling nothing, and just do it for to keep you in very good shape. And by shape, I don't mean to have six pack and breasts like this, like big shoulders, you see. In shape, I mean to be a normal person, to be able to squat, to make your shoes, to be able to bend, to be able to grab something, to be able to sleep normally, eat normally, have normal intercourse, and don't wake up at night 10,000 times to urinate. So this is what I mean. Thank you so much. And let me see what is Karim texting in the chat. Um, Long time no see. You look so younger, my brother. Lajin is the one. Yes, it is. Thank you, man. Thank you, everybody, for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.